Limestone Farms is an up-and-coming Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey company. But is it good? Let's find out.
I'm your drinking buddy.
All right, drinking buddies. So I did not know much about Limestone Farms. In fact, when they reached out to me, I had never even heard of them before. I've never seen a review. I've never even heard of anyone who's tried their whiskey, to be honest. But they reached out to me and wanted to send me this in exchange for an honest review. So I fully expect to maybe not love them. I don't know. I could love them. Who knows? I have an open mind, and there's always a chance that these will blow me away, or there's always a chance that they will, be disappointing. Who knows? Let's figure that out. First up is like their flagship here, and it is pricey. I did get a little bit of sticker shock when I was looking at these. So it is pricey, but it is $80 for a 95 proof 6 to 9 year old blend. And the mash bill is 78 corn, 13 rye, 9 malted barley. And that is that mystery mash bill that is sourced from somewhere in Kentucky, but we don't know who makes it. I'm sure there's some sort of NDA involved, so they can't say who makes their whiskey, who distills it. But starting next year, they will have the second largest production capacity in Kentucky from pot stills. So they will have, behind Woodford, they will have the most pot still whiskey production. So they're going to be making a lot of whiskey. There's a lot coming. So let's figure out if this Bloodlines is good. It's 95 proof. Thought it'd be a good place to start. Oh man, it's got that like blue raspberry, like cotton candy thing on the nose. That's a pleasant surprise. Not something I get on like lower proof, flagships type stuff. Also, the classic things: bourbon, vanilla, brown sugar. I actually really like that for 95 proof. I don't know if I love it for $80, but I think I do. That is leather, tobacco, blue raspberry, like older bourbon notes. That is a good 95 proof bourbon. Yeah, nice syrupy viscosity. Really enjoyable stuff. Really enjoyable stuff. All right, what do we have here in the second one? This is Limestone Farms Select Batch, 111 proof. There's that same 78 13 9. So I don't know much about, their brand other than the fact that it seems to be sourced. It's definitely Kentucky juice, 78 13 9. And that could be a Barton mash bill. No one really knows. It's a mystery. We can only speculate in the comments. As I said, they probably have an NDA. And like I said, they have their own distillate on the way. And the guy who sent this to me, I'm forgetting your name. If you see this video, feel free to drop a comment down below and correct any mistakes I made, because like I said, I don't know much about the brand. So this is 6 to 9 year old as well. So this seems to be the same thing, just cask strength, basically. And it's $100 for the bottle. Okay. The leather thing, the blue raspberry thing I got on the first one aren't here on this one. But there is a little tobacco-y thing. There's a little bit of a floral thing here. And that one is just very syrupy. Like really nice mouthfeel. I gotta be honest, it's really good, but I don't know if I like it as much as the first one, because that first one just like had really interesting things going on. This is pretty good though. That is really good whiskey. I don't know if it's $100 good whiskey. All right, so this one here. Now we're getting into a little bit pricey territory. So this is their small batch, and this is $140. It's 9 years age dated, and it's that same mash bill, 78 13 9. Is it good? Oh, proof. 111.7. That one actually reminds me more of the first one, where we have, that's got that blue raspberry thing coming to town again. Dang. I dig that. That's pretty good. Okay. There's some stuff to unpack here. We have, of course, brown sugar, bourbon, vanilla are here, like that blue raspberry thing I talked about. What I'm really noticing about these first three so far, really nice viscosity, really nice mouthfeel. Little bit of tobacco thing on this one too. So that, I think that was the common denominator between all three, right? Was tobacco. This one had like leathery. This one didn't have leathery. This one doesn't really have leathery thing. Okay, so this is kind of hard because I don't know if that $140 price point is a lot. I don't know if I can recommend it at that price point, but it is very good. I think all I could really do to find out if that is worth the price tag is to compare it to another $140 bottle of whiskey, something in that price range, and see how it compares, because it's drinking really nice right now, but that sticker shock is hitting me a little bit. But this one is very nearly $200. It's $190. It's 8-year. Oh, I guess I should say, I'm talking about these prices, but if you use the code LF15 on their website, they have 15% off. So considering that, I think that some of these might be more of a buy. We'll come back. We'll come back to that, because on this one, that would be almost $30 off. And, on this one, that would be, let's see, that's like 20 some dollars off, 15 off of this one, and then like 12 off of this one. So keep that in mind. I don't know what the price, I don't know what shipping looks like, but it looks like they ship to every state but Kentucky. Oh, this one. This is 8 years. This is a different mash bill. It's 70% corn, 10% honeyed wheat, 10% honeyed malted barley, and 10% malted barley. So this is a wild mash bill. That sounds like a mash bill that I've had from Rabbit Hole before. So just a thought I had. I think I've seen that a similar mash bill at least in Rabbit Hole. The nose is just kind of bourbony. I'm not getting anything really unique here. We're just talking bourbon, vanilla, brown sugar, maybe a little sweet tea. Man, that is really excellent. Wonderful mouthfeel. The tobacco thing is the through line for all of these. Man, honey is here. It's softer because it's weeder. These guys had a little bit of now in retrospect, I'm realizing that these guys had a little bit of a rye spice, and on here we have just like a softer, sweeter, nothing youthy. Like a lot of the times with weeders, when they're not, I'll just say it, when they're not Buffalo Trace or like older Maker's Mark, they tend to have like a youthy hay thing. It's nowhere near here. That's not here at all. And now I'm getting like a great grape must thing on the nose. This is a whiskey of the year contender. I know I keep saying that. I'm going to get so much hate in the comments for saying that, because I've said it about probably 30 times this year. But this is really good. I think I'm going to have to put this in my best whiskey of the year tournament. But I'm going to have to boot something, because I've already solidified that list. This is really solid, guys. So it does have a big price tag, that $190, but I did say you could get almost $30 off with the code LF15 on their website. This is not a commercial for them. Like literally, I figured there's like a 50-50 chance I won't like any of these and I won't be recommending them. But turns out I think these two guys are two whiskeys that I would buy. So that's why I'm mentioning the promo code, because that does make it a little bit more, reasonable to the wallet. Because that would make it about $160. And this is in that category of maker cellar age. This is in that category of like Found North Batch 10. This is in that category of something like, Old Rip 10 from Van Winkle. This is really good. Well, drinking buddies, like I said, there's no reason for me to like these unless they're good. And yeah, I've heard some people say that if I were to trash a whiskey, that they're not likely to send me stuff again. Well, most of the whiskey I get is one-offs. Most of the times when somebody says they're going to send me a sample, they send me samples of their like core stuff, and then I never hear from them again. Whereas, there's a few brands that keep the stuff coming, but I haven't loved every batch of barrel craft spirits, and they keep sending me stuff. I've told you guys to pass on some of their stuff. Found North, I have loved everything they've made. There's a little bit of a curveball there, but they they send me the sample bottles now. When they first started out, they're sending me the big bottles, but yeah, I fully believe that if I hated a Found North batch, that would probably be a credit to how good the other ones are, and not like Found North is suddenly trash, something like that. I'm on a weird tangent right now, but yeah, I really do feel like this is a really good sub 100 proof whiskey. And I really dig that blue raspberry thing on there. And this, I don't think I ever said the proof, 113.6. This is also, now I'm realizing, also has a little bit of that blue raspberry thing. Yeah, these two are buys. I think these two are probably a pass for me. Good whiskeys, but when you can buy these two, I think that I'd go for one of those. Anyway, drinking buddies, this has been a little highlight of Limestone Farms brand. If you're a distillery and you want to see your distillery run through the gamut of stuff like this, send me stuff. If you're a general commenter and you don't like this type of content because you think it's somehow biased because they send it to me for free, let's see how this guy does in the Whiskey of the Year tournament. If it does well, that just goes to show how good it is. And to be honest, if it gets knocked out in the first round, that just shows you how stiff the competition is this year. There are some bangers this year, and not all from like major places. There's some really unique stuff from this year. Like I could see Rockin' to Her Rye doing really well. That's a brand that didn't exist before 2024. I could see, Found North Batch 10 doing really well. Once again, they're not a big guy. They're really not. I have an absolute banger of a distillery exclusive from Driftless Glen. Yes, it counts. It counts. It's not a store pick. It was a distillery exclusive. More than one, it was more than one barrel. And then, there's some dark horses in there. Things like Garrison Brothers Guadalupe. There's some oddballs in there like that. There are two banger single malts in here. One from Whiskey Del Bac and one from that's the distiller's cut for fall of 2024. And then we also have the Cataleja from Balcones. So this is a weird year. There's some wild stuff in this year, and one of them is going to go all the way and win it all and become the best whiskey of 2024. And this guy will be in that tournament because it's that good. Anyway, drinking buddies, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you. Every time you guys like the videos, every time you guys subscribe to the channel, you make this thing possible. Couldn't do this without you. Cheers.
I'm your drinking buddy.